Guys, today we're going to cross 10 is and multitasker Wizard101. So let's get started.
Greetings, young wizard. At long last we meet. I have long watched you as you made your way through the spiral. Perhaps you have felt my presence before. I celebrated your victories, and I hope that my counsel reached you in your journeys. You find me at a disadvantage. Though the ravens are all my children of a sort, some of them are quite wicked. The ravens of the coven are especially untrustworthy. They caught me unawares and trapped me in this cage. If you would help an old grandmother, talk to the 3 wise sisters called the Norns at the nearby well. They can see into the past, across the world as it is, and they know what is to come. They can help you set me free. I am Erd, the one who knows all that has happened to you before this day.
I am Verdandi, and there is nothing in the spiral that is hidden from my sight.
I am Skuld, and I knew you were coming.
We Norns tend the loom of fate. Each living being is but a thread for us to weave into the tapestry of life.
As an outlander, you are free from fate. You are not of Grizzleheim, so your destiny is not part of this tapestry.
You alone can change the course of events and thwart the frightful fate that is to come.
To free Grandmother Raven, you must do the impossible. First, fetch for us the feather of a white raven.
Skogul the Pale is such a raven, with feathers the color of the moon, rather than the night dark sky.
Go to Skogul's hut in Brundle Fjord and beg from her a single white feather. Outside. If you're from the coven, leave me alone. If you've come to free me, then welcome. The door is frozen shut. If you want to be of help, fetch a kettle from the market and fill it with snow. Melt the snow in the fire pit in the market, and then bring the hot water back to pour over the ice on my door.
Get a cooking pot and quickly fill it with snow. The snow melts and boils quickly. Pour the boiling water over the ice. It melts away.
Around here, are you? You have my gratitude for getting rid of the ice, but I'm still plenty mad at what's been done. If you'll go and teach a handful of those ravens a lesson, any of them will do, I'll be willing to listen. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and thrash some of the ravens that ruined this nice village.
So guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button leave a comment below these videos, and share with your friends on social media. I would really appreciate it, guys. Right now, I've got 73 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and my main goal for my YouTube channel is to reach 990 subscribers. So if you know anyone who needs any help with any gameplay walkthroughs, tell them to check out my channel along with my food videos. I would really appreciate it, guys. Truly. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I've been relaxing while chilling with my friends on social media while watching my favorite TV shows on the streaming services. I've got some images from Wizard101 videos. Today, I recorded episode 7 of Halo in the Master Chief Collection on for Halo Reach. It was the last two missions, mission 11 and 12. Tomorrow we'll start recording Halo 1, which is the combat evolved. So yeah, that was my day, and I hope you guys have a good day as I do. Hey guys, shout out to the Kingways on the Witcher, Shoutout, Mr. Smith, and Matthew, all good friends of mine in real life. I'm Kingways and also my members on social media, Wizard101 and real life. Other shout outs goes to Duel, and NAMI. For the YouTube, but NAMI shout out, I just put NAMI, she's the best cover out there that helps people with a lot of stuff like Taylor. So, yeah, people here are going to validate the company. Sorry guys, I had a yawn. So if you know anyone who needs them, they are all over the country of the United States. For Brianna Hannah's shout out. She has been a wonderful and good friend to me over the years since I've known her. She's kind, she's sweet and nice. She does have a YouTube channel and YouTube channel to the description.
I'll help you now that the ravens have paid for the trouble they brought to Hrundle Fjord. What can I do for you? A feather? An odd request, but if it's for a good cause.
Wincing, Skogel pulls out a stray feather and hands it to you.
Use that in a spell against me and you'll wish you hadn't.
But it's only a start. We do not send you on idle errands. The things we need are for a mighty spell to change the fate of a world.
The next impossible thing we need is a claw from a bear with no name. In this world, that is no small thing.
Vanir Stormroarer keeps a census of all who dwell here. He knows everyone and may know if there is one with no name. Vanir is in his hall, and he will help you find this nameless bear. When you have that bear's claw, you can return.
You seek a bear without a name. How odd. Why would any bear not want to have a name? To echo in glory. I keep a census of all those who live in this village. Read it and see if it helps.
Examine the census. The list of names doesn't include Leaf, who is standing outside of town.
Greetings. Is it safe to go back into town? What? No name? How could they take Leaf off their census? I'll have to speak to Vanir about that. What's that? You'd like a claw? How odd. I was just sharpening my claws and the tip of one of them broke off. It must be fate at work. In that case, you should have it.
With no name. You are clever to win such a prize. Clever indeed. A feather from a white raven and a claw from a bear with no name. 2 of the 3 items we need are in hand.
The third item is perhaps the most difficult to obtain. A tooth from a wolf who has never known battle.
Fate smiles upon you. At the edge of this village is an herbalist called Regan Wildleaf. He may be of help.
From here, did you come with the coven, or are you here as a friend to the folk of Hrundlefjord? We can use allies in this grave time. I am an herbalist, and I do what I can to heal the sick. A tooth is a a strange request and an odd coincidence, one I cannot ignore. When the ice first came, I bit a piece of it and broke a tooth. I'll readily give it to you, but can you help me? I have an ache from the missing tooth, and the herbs I need for the remedy are outside of town. I'll need a sprig each of valerian and of amaranth. They grow around the village and outside the front gates. I'll also need a branch of moonwort, which the coven nightwings may have taken. Gather those 3 herbs, bring them to me, and I'll look around and see if I can find that broken tooth.
Here's one of the charts.
Those herbs will help ease the pain of this broken tooth. And here, this is for you.
Regan hands you a jagged piece of broken tooth. That must have hurt coming out.
The time to weave our greatest magic. Tooth, claw, and feather. These are symbols of our people, yet each comes from a source that cannot be.
You must bind them with the thread of your life and weave them into the tapestry that is Grizzleheim's fate.
Take feather, claw, and tooth to the loom of fate. Tie them to your thread, you will know it, and return to us.
And we leveled up to level 44. Yeah.
One of the threads looks a little different from the others. You get a sense that it represents you. You tie the feather, claw, and tooth to the thread. Strangely, Grizzleheim feels a little more like home to you.
Was that original? Oh,
You can now dispel the magic that binds Grandmother Raven within her cage. It should open to your touch.
Now I can take on my true form. Do not be afraid. Walk up the ramp so that I can see you, eye to eye. It has been centuries since I wore this shape. Oh, to stretch these wings once more. Still much to do, else the Everwinter takes us all in its cold, clawed grasp. When the Ice Titan fought with his brothers, the Titans of Fire and Storm, the world was threatened with ruin. Bartleby sung the song that put them to sleep, and bound together the shattered world, and spun it into the spiral. 4 sons there are of the Ice Titan, 4 giants of frost, Austri, Vestri, Sudri, and Nordri are their names. Each frost giant rules a land near Rundle Fjord, and they have never been friendly to bear, wolf, or raven. But the one they liked least was their father, the Ice Titan himself. While the father slumbers, the sons run wild. The 4 ice giants each have a means to bind their father to sleep. 4 golden seals, 1 to each. I lay this task upon you, to fetch back the golden seals. The gate to Austri's land will now open to you. Go through the gate and speak to Austri. Bargain for the seal, then return with it. There is no other way.
before we talk to him, okay, let's find the trough. It's right there.
Pulled bigger things than you out of my nose. Who are you? And why should I bother listening? It's clear to me why you've come. You want the golden seal that will keep my father in his great sleep. The Coven gave one seal to each of the Ice Titan's sons for safekeeping, but they do not know us very well. It pleases my brothers and me to let Emir sleep on while we rule over Bear, Raven, and Wolf. You're clearly a wizard of some renown, but I will not grant the seal to just any who ask. You must earn it. 4 tests I place before you. You must demonstrate your superiority in strategy, wits, charm, and strength. If you would have my golden seal, you must defeat the most cunning of my allies, Skagus Forkbeak. He dwells in a small shack next to my hall. You may have passed it on your way here. Defeat him and return here.
Okay.
I saw you sniffing around Ostry's Hall. What brings you here? If you want to impress me, you'll have to defeat me in a game of Thane's Table. It's a complex game, like chess. I can see you haven't heard of it, but don't worry, I'm starved for a good game. No one here is any good at it. I have defeated all of Grizzleheim at Thane's Table, all but Mimir Winterbane, and we played to a draw. If you want to learn how to play, and play well, you should go and beg him to teach you the rules of the game. Mimir dwells at the Well of Erd in Rundlefjord, guarded by the 3 Njords. Tell him I sent you.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be very interesting. Well, guys, I will see you guys next time for more of Wizard101. Have a good day, guys. Bye.